Hola beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurush Kaur. So in today's video I'm going to initiate this series that shall serve as a guide to all my fellow and upcoming digital creators, because I get all these questions from budding bloggers all the time, everything around what is collaborations and how do you get PR and how do you earn out of blogging, how you can look at it as a career option and everything around it. So in this series will be answered. Also, I made a video on how to grow your Instagram a couple of months ago, but if you want to learn how you can establish your influence on the gram, you can click on the I button right here and watch that video before this one so that you have a fair idea what you're getting into. And further, in this video I'm here to brief you some of these terms. So to begin with, as a digital content creator, firstly you must have a public account, that goes needless to say, and some sort of an audience or number of followers, if I may, to show your content to. So here you got to see you as an individual, as a personal brand, and here instead of marketing a product, you're marketing your own skill set, you're marketing yourself to the world and to your audience, which, by the way, if you're creating content on YouTube, is rewarded usually by AdSense and YouTube money that is in accordance to your YouTube views and how many times an ad is watched on your videos and stuff. But if you're creating content on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, so here the platform does not generate revenue for you. So how do all these Instagram creators or just Facebook creators earn their living? They earn their living via brand deals and brand collabs and branded content. Regardlessly, in order to be a credible blogger or content creator that a brand wants to invest in you, you must have a tight-knit community that likes to engage with your content and is interested in the information you want to spill today in your SaaS or whatever. And such highly engaging profiles is what a brand is looking for when searching for potential bloggers or content creators to market their product. Cutting it short, so brand shall approach a creator in one of these two ways, that is either sending across PR or collaboration. Also, if you're a creator and you really like a brand's product and would want to associate with them because you have genuine interest in the brand and their product range, whatever they're offering, if you're really interested in that, you can also yourself reach out to them by dropping them a formal mail. Just ensure that you look very professional and not supremely interested, if I may. And I know you would be grateful if a brand that you like would want to work with you, but do not really show it that much, if I may. If you write things like, "It's my absolute pleasure, I cannot believe I got this opportunity," the brand might doubt their decision, that you yourself are not confident enough in your content and your work, that you should be confident that you deserve this. It's a very professional business deal happening. So you'll be like, okay, I like your product and I think my audience will be interested, and this way I can give you potential customers. So yeah, it would be great if you would want to partner up with me to advertise your product. So this is the sort of format that you would want to follow when dropping a formal DM or mail. Having said that, I also want to make you guys ready for a good long period of just cold emailing and texting and messaging, because sad but kind of true, when you yourself reach out to a brand, there are lesser chances, at least speaking from experience, there are lesser chances that a brand will be interested in doing a partnered piece of content or a sponsored or paid collaboration, to be extremely blunt about it. They might just want to send you across some products and you want to test it and create content out of it, but it's very rare in such cases that you can crack a monetary association. So I kind of insist on working really hard on your content and increasing your content's organic reach so that brands reach out to you. Let the bees come to the honey is how I like to say it. So work on your honey, make it so sweet that the bees are willing to pay you your prices for that amazing piece of content that only you can produce. Alright, so coming down to the actual terms, that is PR to begin with. PR stands for public release, and in the media industry it's a generic gifting activity gifting activity for media purposes that you do not have to feature and make a content piece out of. Basically, it's like you giving a gift to a friend of yours in the hopes that they might or might say thank you to you on a story and feature your name. It's literally that. Like, brands send across their nice best-selling products, or their products basically, to creators in the hopes that they shall feature and thank and acknowledge the brand somewhere, but the creator does not have to acknowledge each gift they receive in terms of either feed content or even story content for that matter. It's a literal gifting activity, which is pretty unclear in the Indian media industry at least. Like, brands expect to send across 2 to 3, 4 products of theirs worth so and so and expect you to do like 2 videos, 4 stories and 2 static posts and just talk about their brand just their brand on your page entirely. So yeah, that does not make sense according to me. So with nano or micro creators, honestly the term PR is misused for barter collaboration. A barter collaboration literally to me is exploiting the creator and is straight up disrespectful. If you work at a corporate office and somebody just comes up to you, ki, I'll give you 2 lipsticks, I'll give you 2 beautiful expensive lipsticks, just work for me, do this project for me, and you're not getting any money, you're getting 2 lipsticks. You cannot pay your rent from those 2 lipsticks. You cannot buy for the necessities that you want or even luxuries that you want from those 2 lipsticks. That's sick. We are not kids, man. कि मेरा ये काम कर दो, I'll give you a toffee, I'll give you a chips ka packet. That is sick. A collaboration to begin with means association of 2 or more parties to work together on a project. That in here is a video or static content piece, so basically content that should be mutually beneficial. Once again, that should be mutually beneficial. And in this barter BS, I clearly see the brand taking the undue advantage of the creator and getting their product advertised and not paying the creator shit. That's bullshit. Like, sometimes I really question, we live in 2020, soon approaching 2021, and are we still going through a barter phase in our day-to-day lives? Are we? I doubt that. So why with creators and freelance artists you are like, I'll give you this product and you do everything for me? And if there's somebody in there who really visited this video in the hopes that how to get freebies and all these basically perks of being a blogger, you really gotta work for them. This is just a small incentive. Yes, we do get a lot of free products from brands to try it out. We cannot also possibly try out each product for that fact, and yet these are perks of being a person in the media. But imagine a life like literally ideating, filming, producing, editing each day and still being in a place that you cannot afford the shit you want because you're not getting any money out of it. We all work for money, mama. I don't want to apologize for being a little over dramatic here and there because this is very close to me. I have worked on hundreds of projects, if not more, for free and been there, not really in the greed of freebies, to be very honest. I just did because I thought that's how it works with small creators and brands only pay like big creators, and that's not true. Brands, well, a majority of brands in the Indian media space, they will like burn their marketing money on billboards and running TV ads, but not pay a couple of $1,000 or more to a creator or whatever their commercial is. Like, fuck. Oh, there's also this another phenomena of reimbursement collabs that is like, so basically in this, a brand would expect you to purchase their product with your own money. Go ahead and purchase their product from Nykaa or Amazon, whatever of these e-commerce websites, and send them your order details that yes, I did purchase your product. Then post a forcibly positive review about the product, regardless of the fact that you even received the product by now or not. You just have to write a good review, because of course you cannot write your actual constructive criticism there. You have paid your money, you are waiting for the reimbursement. The review has to be nice and positive, and after you submit your extremely positive review, regardless of your experience, the brand shall reimburse your money either the same day, or there's a payout timeline to that as well, I believe. Amazon reviews I cannot trust, honestly, because I receive at least, I'm not lying, at least 2 emails a day, 2 emails every day from brands for this reimbursement collab thing, so that they can get more Amazon reviews and stuff. It's mostly Amazon, nothing towards Amazon, but Amazon reviews nahi trust kare jate just because of this. So yeah, it's worse than Bata collab even, I believe. Like, you get a free product. Okay, so that's all about barter and PR and reimbursement. Now, when a brand offers a creator a monetary association, that they offers the creator a certain amount of money, that is according to the creators commercials. It's called commercials. The basically commercials means the charges of that creator, कि वो एक post डालने का, एक story upload करने का, या एक video डालने के कितना charge करते हैं. So when a brand agrees to pay that charge or that commercial, this is called a paid partnership or a sponsorship. And this is what I call a mutually beneficial collab, and they live happily ever after. See, you gotta realize why a brand is so interested in marketing their product through an individual, through a creator, instead of the usual magazines, TV ads and billboards. Trust me, all you budding creators, the digital marketing space in India is to bloom. It's like it's on the verge of blooming. Coronavirus, fortunately, one fortunate thing about coronavirus could be, this whole pandemic could be, that it led to a lot of exposure from the internet, because everybody's locked down in their houses with access to lovely internet at their places thanks to Jio. So the marketing space had a sudden shift, a really sudden shift, from billboards to your Instagram feeds and your Facebook timelines and the YouTube ads, because this is where the eyeballs are at, this is where the audience is at, and it's as simple as that. The brand has no individual interest in a creator, to be very, very honest. The brand is eyeing that creator's audience, which could be their potential customers. Like, rationalize this scenario as a brand's marketing head. When you see a billboard on the signal and you saw it for a couple of seconds, you passed by it, and you see 10-15 other billboards the same day, and you do not give an F, you just don't care, and duh. And on the other hand, there's an individual who you watch regularly, or you resonate with a lot because of XYZ reason, and when that person who you invest your trust in recommends a product and gives their genuine review, what they feel about it, and a person who has expertise in that field, like when my brother would say that this is the best highlighter, I would be like, you don't know anything about it. But when Nikki Tutorials would say that this is the best highlighter, I would buy that shit immediately, because I trust this individual, I watch this individual regularly, and I know that this individual has expertise in that particular field that they're talking about. So that is why this is what I call a mutually beneficial collaboration, because clearly in this both the parties are benefiting. The creator is charging his or her due commercials for giving their services, and the brand is getting their targeted audience that they want to reach out to, and yeah, create a customer base out of it. So both the parties are like, winning, and it's a win-win situation. And yes, even I personally had this misconception that my follow base maybe is not big enough to get like paid content, or get paid for my content or work. But I just realized this very lately, and I genuinely want to give out to you this, but regardless of how big or small you are as a creator, I really do not like to say this, no creator is big or small by the number of their followers. I mean, it's the work ethic for me. Each day the skill set, their work ethic, yeah man, way above them followers, because there's so much talent and it's lovely when talent is paid equally. So yeah. और हाँ, talent को पैसे से नहीं तोला जा सकता, but जब talent जितना deserve करता है, at least उसको उतना भी हम acknowledge करें, so it's more than enough, I feel. And it just gives the artist so much content that they're doing well in their lives. Talking from personal experience again, there was a phase in my life when I thought, I'm legit, like I'm ideating at night, filming in the day, editing in the evenings, and getting nothing out of it. Monetarily getting nothing out of it. What would I do of these 2-4 lipsticks? That kind of stopped giving me the initial high it used to give receiving every PR package, because this is all I'm getting. Am I working for the products? No. Touch wood, I'm fortunate enough to afford these by myself, and I would like to grow as a creator, but also treat it as a career option, as a business. You got to see it as your business, and you're here to also to make money. I know we dumb artists, creators are so passionate about our work that we forget to see it as a business, as a startup, and it should pay off your bills at least, if not give you luxury to begin with. And yes, being a broke artist also kind of takes a toll on your creativity. So yeah, I would love to see brands acknowledging the same and pay the people who work for you, charge for your work, charge for your services. You deserve that shit. And lastly, to some of the terms I just spilled, PR means gifts, and you do not have to again produce content against PR gifts. Barter or reimbursement collabs, basically you have to produce content or generate reviews in exchange of no money and just freebies. So there is no monetary exchange in that. Lastly, the only mutually beneficial association that exists, that is a paid partnership or sponsorship, wherein the creator gets paid his or her due commercials for the content they produce. And yeah, with that we come to an end to this episode of the Digital Creator series, and I would highly encourage each creator to know their worth and quote accordingly, sis. Next up on the Digital Creator series, we have the money talk. So I got you covered. You gotta wait for that. And further, if you have any more questions around that topic, the money talk, so leave them in the comment section below. I might cover them as well in the upcoming videos, so be quick to leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, goodbye beauties.